Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech, and we've managed to get our hands on an Xperia Z5 today. So as you can see, Sony is selling the dual SIM variant of the Z5 here in India, and in this video, let's unbox this and take a quick look. Opening up the box, we are greeted by the Xperia Z5 itself. Let's put that aside for the time being. We have some reading material including a quick start guide. We then have a micro USB cable for charging and data transfer, and a travel adapter. Sony stated that they will be providing a fast charging adapter with the Z5, at least initially, and with that you should be able to get 5.5 hours worth of battery life from a 10-minute charge. So guys, this is a demo unit, so we don't have earphones included, and what you get in the retail box might differ a little bit. Just letting you know. Anyway, let's now turn on the Z5, and while it boots, let's quickly talk specs. The Xperia Z5 is powered by the 64-bit Snapdragon 810 chip. That's 4 Cortex A53 cores clocked at 1.5 GHz each, 4 Cortex A57 cores clocked at 2 GHz each, coupled with an Adreno 430 GPU and 3 gigs of RAM. There's also 32 gigs of onboard storage, and all this is powered by a non-user replaceable 2900 mAh battery. To the front, on top, we have a notification LED, 5 megapixel front-facing camera, speaker cum earpiece, and sensors. Sony branding below, and a 5.2-inch display follows that. Since the Z5 makes use of on-screen keys, we just have the secondary speaker with a primary microphone at the bottom. To the back, we have the Xperia, Sony, and NFC logos, and on top, there's the 23 megapixel camera with an LED flash. We have the 3.5mm headphone jack and the secondary noise cancelling microphone up top. The right's loaded with a power button, volume rockers, and my favorite two-stage shutter key. Glad to see Sony continue to include that. The power button also doubles as a fingerprint scanner now. How does that fare? Well, initial impressions, it's accurate, but I don't find it to be the fastest. Anyway, I will be testing it out more, and I'll have more for you guys in the full review. Moving on, a micro USB port and holes for a lanyard can be found at the bottom, and to the left we have a flap. This houses a micro SD card slot and a tray where you can pop in dual nano SIM cards. Anyway, the Xperia Z5 has IP65 and 6.8 certification, meaning it's quite resistant to water and dust. Despite that, it's just 7.3mm thick and weighs in at about 155 grams. It does feel solid in hand. I really like the fact that the back uses frosted glass, giving it a matte-esque finish that doesn't seem to pick up fingerprints or smudges. That being said, the edges do feel a little sharp, and how that would affect using the Z5 for long periods of time remains to be seen. I'm not a huge fan of the volume button placements either. Seems a little awkward. Maybe I'll get used to it, maybe I won't. These are things I'm gonna put a pin on and get to in my full review once I've gotten to spend ample time with this phone. By the way, it's thanks to that 5.2-inch display that the Z5 manages to feel relatively compact. And yeah, the 5.2-inch display. Sony's gone with a full HD resolution here. IPS LCD with their triluminous and X Reality tech on board. Full HD over 5.2 inches results in a pixel density of 428 pixels per inch. This display seems nice, crisp and sharp, contrast not too bad, and it even seems bright. The blacks don't appear deep though, even by LCD standards. Moving on, one of the major selling points of the Z5 is the camera. It now sports a 23 megapixel rear camera that's actually... You know what, let me just play you a clip from my earlier thoughts video.
Well, it's not officially announced by Sony. GSM Arena does report that the sensor used is actually a 25 megapixel multi-aspect sensor. Without going into the theory of it, what this means to you is that when shooting widescreen, you aren't going to have to lose quite as much resolution as you'd normally do. The Z5 can shoot 20 megapixel widescreen images, as it doesn't crop the 23 megapixel 4:3 picture, but rather uses a different part of the multi-aspect sensor.
Coming back, Sony has a habit of capping their awesome superior auto mode to 8 megapixels, and I'm happy to say that's not the case here on the Z5. All functions seem to work at the 23 megapixel resolution. There are quite a few other modes available, most of which is self-explanatory. The shutter speed seemed okay, and the pictures appeared sharp with colors seemingly accurate. I really can't talk more about this before I test it out in depth. So again, putting a pin on it, I'll get back to it in the review. Let's now talk software. Sony's included a lot of apps here with the Z5, and thankfully, most third-party apps are uninstallable. You don't disable it, but you can actually uninstall it. Kudos to Sony for continuing to do this. I'm also a fan of screen recording being available by default here. That's a great option to have. The Z5 runs on Android 5.1 Lollipop with Sony's Xperia UI on top, and there are a lot of things that we've seen before, including small apps that float on screen and Sony's dedicated album and video players and so on. So I'm going to continue using the Z5 for a bit before coming out of the full review. So I guess that's it for this quick unboxing and hands-on video. In the meantime, if you do have any specific video you'd like to see me shoot, let me know in the comments below and I'll try to get that done. So thanks a lot for watching. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, and for more videos like this, including that full review, hit that subscribe button down below. If you do want to pick a Z5 up, I'll leave direct links in the description. Please do use them if you want to help the channel out. So I guess that's it for now. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, this is Ash here from C4E Tech signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye bye now.